Hello, this is the badminton overall reflection assignment. Let's just have a quick look at the instructions. So please make sure that your name and space numbers on the sheet. Understand that a reflection means obviously talking, discussing, highlighting things that you've learned from something in the lesson, an experience you've had in the lesson. So it's a reflective piece of work. And I've actually included a checklist here. So please make sure that you read the checklist and make sure that you've answered those guiding questions in order to get the highest grade band possible. I've put here to achieve a quality reflection, answer all guiding questions, but the emphasis is on quality and not quantity. So you do not need to write 500 words for this particular reflection. Okay. Looking at the performance standards, it's only one performance standard. So I'm just asking you to address those guiding questions, give a response, a quality response, and that will be good enough to get a high band with this piece of work. The personal and social capability is addressed, so we have reflecting on their own learning and personal development. So we're expecting you to talk about that during your reflection. So going down to the checklist, I've designed these guiding questions to help you complete reflection for the practical activities. So number 1, please give at least 2. Again, if I write it in there, guys, then it means that's what I'm looking for. So please give at least 2 specific examples of your learning over the unit. So what skills have you seen the most improvement in with badminton? And give a specific example. For example, it might have been that you played your net shots really well, or your court position on court, or your gameplay got better, or you learned a little bit more about the rules of badminton and how to control a rally, that type of thing. But make sure that you are specific. So I give 2 examples here on. So that's a very competent answer, isn't it? You've addressed the question, but you've not gone into much detail. Whereas example 2, you've given more specific detail about that learning that you've experienced. Question 2, I want you to talk a little bit about effective communication in badminton. So what did you learn? Again, that word needs to be part of your answer. I learned the following about communication in badminton. Okay, so please tell me a little bit about communication. Briefly mention the role that your peer and self-assessment played in your learning. Again, that key word of learning. Let's go back to the capability. Our capability is reflecting on their own learning, which is why I keep referring to that term. And how did that help? So I'd like you in question 3, all right, to tell me a little bit about peer and self-assessment and what did you learn from that? Okay, how was that helpful in you getting an idea of where your badminton skills and knowledge are? Question 4, a bit of a reference towards the research assignment. So we're thinking back to the start of term here, but yeah, just tell me something from the research assignment that helped you throughout the unit, one piece of information or something about a specific shot. All right, so something that you learned again from that research assignment. And finally, in relation to your personal development, so this one's really important, okay? And this is where your character strengths will help out. Really important. So your personal development, please tell me 2 character strengths that you developed in the unit of badminton. So give an example. Don't just write, hope and perseverance. I want you to tell me 2 and give an example of where you used them in the unit of badminton, okay, and why you've selected those 2. And if you can tick those boxes, again, quality of your answer, not quantity, you're going to hit that high band. Okay, so there we go. I've actually said please address points 1 to 7. Oh, no, it should be points 1 to 5, so just ignore the 7. There's your text box. Please write in the text box, and you'll see here that it's just a 1 performance standard. So we've spoken a lot about the performance standards. Remember, if it's just for 1, we don't need to write a lot. It's just ticking those boxes. Okay, cheers guys.